All right, everybody, we are back, and I got good news. The leak is fixed.
Yay!
I know, it's crazy. I do remember at the beginning of this, the first time I did it, I remember thinking to myself, you know what? I actually even said it out loud. I am not looking forward to doing this. I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to this. See, said it right there. But I did it one time, and it leaked. And then I did it a second time, and it leaked again. But I figured why not? Let's just try one more damn time. And luckily, third time's a charm, we got her taken care of. I had pulled this thing apart, checked everything. I wound up going out and getting a leak dye that you put in with the oil, let it run so I could confirm exactly where this thing was leaking. Because the second time I did it, it leaked from the same location and it leaked just the same amount. So at first I thought that there was the rear gasket that goes on the back side of the main cap and across the oil pan. It didn't fit in there quite right. There's like a groove in the inside the main cap bearing that seal goes into. And I thought, well, maybe that thing moved. I had a hard time getting it to stay up in there. Pulled everything apart. Dry as can be. So then I decided it was probably the rear main. Maybe I screwed something up on it. So I pulled out all my books. I started watching videos. And I can tell you this. A lot of the videos out there, I guarantee you their shit probably still leaks. But they just don't put it in their video. I watched one where a guy took everything apart, didn't even clean anything. Pulled the seal out, jammed a new one in, RTV'd all over it, slapped it back in there, and at the end of his video, he said, "Good to go, no problems, goodbye." I'm not gonna call anybody out or name names. I watched tons of videos. The main thing I try to do with my channel is do a project, show you what's involved, even if it doesn't go right. This is one of those times where it just didn't go right. And it didn't go right 2 times. So I put this stuff in the video because I know that people at home are thinking about doing this project. Maybe you got a leak and you're worried about it and you're going to try to tackle it and you want to see what's involved and you want to see what could go wrong. Well, bud, you came to the right spot. But, the majority of the videos that I had watched and some of the things I'd read in the books, they said to put gasket sealer in certain spots. Some of them didn't say that. So it was kind of a guessing game on what was going to work. What I think did do the final cure on it, on the main cap, when you put in the because they're half moon rear mains, when you put them in, put a little bit of dish soap on the back. Don't put RTV and put it in. Because I think what was happening is when I put in the RTV, like it said to on some of the videos, some of the tech forums, when you torque that down, I think the RTV just had nowhere to go and it wound up crushing the seal when you torque it onto the cap. So on my third attempt, I put no RTV inside the main bearing. I just put soapy water on, or just a little bit of soap on the back side of it, set it in, a little bit of RTV across the tops of it, and then across on the sides, on the chamfered edges on it or whatever it's called, little RTV on that. And I actually switched my RTV. I went with this stuff. It's called The Right Stuff by Permatex, and you know what? Looks like it did the job. So I put that stuff on the back corners and on the front corners like it said, and I've literally laid underneath this thing for 20 minutes with my UV light waiting to see any kind of drip come out. And I can tell you this, there's nothing there. So thank God this project is done. I was really getting kind of down on it because it was like everything I was throwing at this thing had the same result. But taking a step back, cleaning the hell out of everything, RTVing on certain spots, not RTV on others. It's just one of those things where it finally freaking worked. I'm happy. There's no more drips underneath this thing, so we're good. But it's one of those things where you go on Facebook and you read through tech groups and you pull out your shop manuals and you read through those and you just get so much information that kind of contradicts everybody else. You just didn't know what to do. So you kind of went with what you thought was right. Turns out it wasn't. But I can tell you in the majority of the videos I watched, I guarantee you their shit still leaks. because there's no way. I mean, I had to do surgical style precision crap on this to get this thing to stop. And that's about all I'm going to say for it. So if you're going to do this at home, just be ready. Be prepared for something to go sour and you have to tear this whole thing apart again. Now, I can't say I'm pretty much an expert at tearing out the bottom of this thing because, you know, doing it 3 times, you kind of learn how to get certain things off. I can say getting the starter off, that's one thing you definitely want to do. It just gives you that little bit of extra clearance getting the pan on and off. If you are going to do this, also do the oil filter adapter because you have plenty of room to get a pry bar in there to get that thing to pop loose. Also, put a little heat on it. That'll help pop it loose. Make sure you clean everything. Clean all the bottoms of on the engine itself. Clean the front, clean the back, clean everything. I went through about 5 or 6 cans of brake parts cleaner, cleaning everything I possibly could. But I just want to say, if this is a project you're going to do, just be ready. Be ready to have to do it again if something goes wrong, and don't beat yourself up for it. I mean, shit happens. You know, that's what we're here doing. We're out working on the garages. We're doing this stuff. We're taking care of our vehicles and all that. Shit happens. Just take your time. Get your books. If you got a buddy that can help you, do that. But just be ready. Anybody that says, well, I can do this on the first try and I have no problems ever again, I would strongly question it. I don't know. Maybe they do it every day for a living. I personally don't. But all in all, I'm pretty pumped that this thing's back up and running. So, you know, why not? We're going to tear into it again. I got a couple more projects I got to get done on this thing. Weather's starting to get pretty nice out, so I do want to get out. I want to get the tent back on it. I want to get out there and start camping, having some good trips out of this thing. But we just got to get that maintenance stuff out of the way first. And yeah, we'll be good to go. So again, just recapping it, everything I got through O'Reilly's. I got the Felpro oil pan gasket. I got the Felpro rear main seal. Be conscious of yours because they did switch the styles of the seals after certain years, because mine had the little tabs on the sides and some of them they don't. So I would recommend maybe pull everything apart first, see which one you need, and then go get it. Hey, who knows? Maybe pick up a spare in case everything goes sideways on you. But that's going to do it for this video. You guys, as always, I appreciate y'all watching. I love that you guys are all subscribing. We're really growing the subscriber base and getting this channel out there. So let's keep at it. As far as this thing goes, we're good. No more leaks. I'm happy. A few more projects, like I said, and we'll be out there on the trails having a good time. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, make sure you're subscribed to the channel by clicking right down here. Don't want to miss any new episodes, do you? Also, until then, check out one of these two. It's good stuff.